Bill Gates' real name was William Henry Gates III. He was born on October 28, 1955 in Seattle, Washington. Gates began to show interest in computer programming at the young age of 13 at Lakeside School. He blossomed in nearly all his subjects, excelling in math and science, but also doing really well in drama and English. While at Lakeside School, a computer company offered to provide computer time for the students. It was at Lakeside School that Bill met Paul Allen, who was 2 years older than him. The two became fast friends, bonding over their common enthusiasm for computers, even though they were really different type of people. At the young age of 13, Bill Gates developed a payroll program for the computers. Boys from the school would use that program to make their own school schedule to match up with other girls. At the age of 15, Gates went into business with Paul. They developed a computer program called Trap O Data and netted $20,000 for their efforts. Gates wanted to continue their company, but his parents wanted him to finish his school and become a lawyer. Bill Gates graduated Lakeside High School in 1973 and scored a 1,590 out of 1,600 on the college SAT test. Gates enrolled in Harvard University in fall, originally thinking of a career in law, but during his freshman year he spent more time in the computer lab than in class. He dropped out of college in his third year and went back in contact with Paul Allen, who also dropped out of college in his second year. Eventually, they both found Microsoft in 1976 when Gates formed a contract with MIDS, Micro Instrumentation and Telemetry Systems, to develop a basic operating system for the new microcomputers. Bill Gates didn't choose the name for Microsoft, Paul Allen did. Allen and Gates explained that Microsoft is a combination of the words microprocessor and software. Microsoft was off to a shady start until IBM approached them in 1980 for a basic operating system for their new computers, and that is where his whole career started.
Bill Gates earned $250 per second, $20 million per day. That makes $7.2 billion per year. In an April 30 filing, Gates revealed that he sold 4.6 million shares for roughly $186 million pre-tax. He now owns 330 million shares. Bill Gates is the largest individual shareholder in Microsoft, owning 6% of the common stock. Bill Gates is taking on a bigger role at Microsoft. He's stepping down from his position as the chairman today and will take up the role of technology advisor to Microsoft new CEO Satya Nadella. After stepping down as the Microsoft CEO in 2000, he started working full-time at the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation.
Well, certainly the greatest extravagance is that when I travel, I often use a private plane, and that is very extravagant.
But you didn't start doing that, because up until 97...
I always thought that was kind of a decadent thing, but then when I started traveling to Africa and Asia a lot, I gave in on that.
Do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy that now?
Yes.
You enjoy that?
No, it's a luxury. It's my one true extravagance.
Yeah, okay.
Bill Gates reportedly paid $21 million for his private jet in 1997. It had definitely come in handy as he traveled to far-flung places for his charity work. Owning a plane is security pressure. He said doing an M&A on Reddit, I do get to a lot of places for foundation work I wouldn't be able to go to without it.
$10 billion over the next 10 years to make it the year of the vaccines. What does that mean exactly?
Well, over this decade, we believe unbelievable progress can be made, both inventing new vaccines and making sure they get out to all the children who need them. We could cut the number of children who die every year from about 9 million to half of that if we have success on it. And the benefits there in terms of reducing sickness, reducing the population.
As all millionaires and rich folks, there are some dirty business they do in order to get rich. Well, Bill Gates had an idea of getting rich by creating vaccines. In the progress of getting the vaccine approved, Gates was running an experiment in India. According to the article it mentions, in 2009 at least 5 children were confirmed dead and thousands were seriously ill from this process. In 2012, 5 children in the small town of Goro, Chad, were forcibly vaccinated with meningitis, a vaccine that was in trial and not even approved for commercial use. The children were told that if they didn't agree to the vaccine, which was administered without parental consent, they would not be allowed to receive any further education. And again in 2013, both Gates Foundation and Gavi, the Vaccination Alliance, were exposed for forcing untested polio vaccines and 5-in-1 pentavalent vaccines on innocent children in Pakistan.
In 1994, Gates and his wife established the William H. Gates Foundation, which was dedicated to supporting education, world health, and investment in low-income communities. In 2000, the couple combined several family foundations to form the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. They started out by making a $28 billion contribution to set up the foundation. After the foundation was started, Bill Gates decided to step down from the day-to-day operations of Microsoft in 2000, turning over the job of CEO to college friend Steve Ballmer, who had been with Microsoft since 1980. Over the next few years, his involvement with the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation occupied much of his time, and even more of his interests. In 2006, Gates announced he was transitioning himself from full-time work at Microsoft to devote more quality time to the foundation. His last full day at Microsoft was June 27, 2008. Continues to devote much of his time and energy to the work of Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The organization tackles international and domestic issues, such as health and education. One aspect of its work in the United States is helping students become college ready. In 2016, Gates and his wife Melinda were recognized for their philanthropic work when they were named recipients of the Presidential Medal of Freedom, presented by Barack Obama.